Hey everybody! I hope that you guys have eaten all your tacos and burritos and nachos and quesadillas and everything that's associated with Taco Tuesday, because we're going to have one hell of a good broadcast here tonight, as it will be me and my partner, Sagittarically speaking. So strap yourselves in and get ready, because the Taco Tuesday broadcast begins now. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Taco Tuesday. I'm your host with the most, and I think I just heard a ghost. Hebro77 here, along with my broadcast partner and friend, good old Sagittarically speaking, otherwise known as Saggy. What's up, Saggy?
Well, where did all that bundle of energy come from? Can you lease some of it out to me? Because I think I'm going to have a hard time keeping up with that intro.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. I don't know. I guess I've been kind of building up to it. You know, you haven't had time to kind of work up to the energy because we went on early tonight.
I noticed. What is the special occasion?
The special occasion is at 9 Central, 10 Eastern. Good old Dan, the Mandela Man, is going to be on. It's going to be a very special edition of Mandela Monday, but they've changed it to Mandela Tuesday.
Oh, I see. So it's like a belated Mandela Monday.
Yes, indeed, sir.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So we're accommodating their show because we're trying to be good Mandela citizens and not broadcast simultaneously.
That's right. You know, there's anything I hate worse is someone speaking over me or talking or the hell?
What's going on?
What is that?
Modbast.
Hold on. I got some company over here. Hold on. Let me shut them up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right.
What did you say?
Guys.
Oh, you go to hell.
Guys.
Oh, you go to bed.
They have a hard time hearing.
You're trying to do a broadcast.
Yeah, we're trying to do a broadcast.
Yeah, just tell them we're trying to do a broadcast.
I'm trying, dude.
Oh, okay.
Oh man.
You go to bed.
Guys.
You go to bed.
Hey, we're trying to do a broadcast, guys.
Yeah, guys, keep it down.
Lie down, old man.
Oh, great.
I'm not hungry. Besides, I lost my teeth about an hour ago.
These guys, I tell you, I don't know.
You better go find them then. We're going to have lasagna.
I don't know what we're gonna do.
I said I'm not hungry. I don't care.
Guys.
Lasagna ready. You like it or not, you crooked old man.
Hey, guys. Did he say?
Yeah, can you guys keep it down?
Yeah.
I don't care what you have. I don't care if you have feathers on your head. You're going to bed. To bed, I said.
Well, at least
They're trying to do a broadcast. You hear them yelling at us?
that's right.
Oh, I'm sorry that we're too good for your broadcast, Hebro.
Well, guys, you know this is Taco Tuesday.
All right already. Well, shut up.
Thank
Will
you.
that make you happy?
Yes, very happy.
Jeez.
Jeez.
You told
What's
me-
going on over there? You got like people spending the night or so?
I know it. I don't know. I don't know what.
know what that means.
I don't know. I think they're okay. Whew, man, those guys just would not shut up.
It sounded like a Hebrew family reunion over there.
Yeah, my grandpa had a birthday today. He's 93.
Oh, okay.
So there's a couple cousins over here. I got a cousin and
his dad, I guess, and they're going at it. His
I
cousin,
see.
my cousin, and well, my uncle, I guess you would say. You know,
It's quite a ruckus.
yeah, they're good at that. But you know what? I believe I sent them off to the other room. They're gonna eat lasagna in the room, so they're okay now.
Okay, well, if that one guy found his teeth,
Yeah, I I sincerely hope so, man. Because if if he doesn't, he won't be able to eat. But then again, lasagna is kind of soft, isn't it?
yeah, you could probably bang through it with some gummy action.
Gummy action. Ew. That's kind of gross. Oh no, but man, I'll tell you what, you could already tell we're gonna have a blast here tonight.
Either that or we're just going to be ridiculous. One or the other.
Yeah, well, either way, you have yourself a show, you know.
We have somebody knocking at our door in the green room.
Yeah, I think they ate all the lasagna that I set back there, at least a little bit of it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So let me go ahead and let them in. I hope they haven't ate all your green M&Ms though. I was saving
Yeah,
some.
well, they should have saw the big sign I put over top of them that said, "You eat it, you buy green M&M, you die." I mean, it
Yeah.
was pretty obvious.
Well, I don't know.
Sign Sagittariusly speaking.
They probably got too much chlorine in their eyes.
Yeah.
Couldn't see it. I don't know. Oh, here they are. We better quit talking about them.
Well, the lasagna was delish,
Uh-huh.
and you can't put me around chocolate and think it's safe.
Uh-oh.
So
Okay.
if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die happy. I'm gonna die full with a chocolate rush and a
There you
nice
go.
swim to boot. By the way, Hebrew, my pool doesn't have a lot of chlorine or chemicals in it.
Oh, okay.
It has the I thought we talked about
Well-
it, I think before with the
Salt.
no, we were gonna
That
get salt.
that doesn't have much water in it.
It has a lot of water in it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the main ingredient.
Yeah, and a heater. It's heated water. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, so it's even.
That's
yeah.
why you couldn't see the sign because you had algae in your eyes.
Anyways, it's an O3 cleaner. We were going to get a salt system. That's what we were asking for. And he said, no, you should try this. This is the newest. And he told me that it goes through light, and the light actually
Oh, wow.
cleans the water. And I was like, no, you're selling me a line. And then he said he would knock it down to the same price as a salt system. And, just because he knew we would like it. Otherwise, he would come in and replace it with a salt system.
Hmm.
And he said that the salt actually breaks down to chlorine. So when you guys go to the beach and stuff and you're out in that salt water, that water is actually pretty darn clean because of the salt that is in it. It actually cleans the water. So anyways, it works. Every once in a while, they'll have to shock it, or if they clean the filter, they'll have to level the pH. Then they might put a little bit of chemical, but otherwise the water, you come out, there's no smell. Your skin's not all messed up. Yeah. So, it's a really nice system, and it's very easy to maintain.
My grandpa, who it really was his birthday today, he used to be a health inspector, and he used to go around inspecting campsites and public pools and stuff like that. So he knows all about that pH levels and this and that, the other stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We didn't want all those chemicals. And my friend, she has a salt system in her pool. And your skin comes out feeling soft, and you don't smell. I mean, it's not like, those chemical pools. When I was a kid, we would go to the community pool and you get out and your skin's dry and chafy and you stink, and your hair could actually, if you have blonde hair, turn green.
I mean, I may sound weird by saying this, but I actually used to like the smell of chlorine. To me, it was sort of like a clean smell. I know that sounds weird, but it just seemed like I felt like once I got out of the pool, it was all clean, and then I was tired, and I'd go lay down and go to sleep, and I actually had a video about a pool earlier today. I posted it on YouTube.
I know. I watched it.
That was some off the wall stuff.
There's a lot going on there with that swimming pool and that cabana and drinks in the pool and the sports bra problem and the other one only having a skirt and the other guy he needed shorts and then
Yeah.
he gets a towel. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
my gosh, Heber, where are you going with this? This is so crazy. And it was funny when the guy fell over and he's like, oh, I'm not hurt. His legs bent the wrong way and his arms bent the wrong way. It's like, dude, you need an ambulance.
I could not stop laughing while filming that, believe it or not.
No, I heard you trying to giggle your way through and cut and then start to go again and start laughing again. It was fun to watch. I enjoyed it.
I had done that over 20 years ago, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah.
Your pool's so cute too. I mean,
Oh,
it looks
God.
like, is there real water in there? Did you put real water?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was a Barbie pool. And I'll tell you what, I'm kind of ashamed of this, but I bought this Barbie pool. And I said, man, wouldn't it be cool if I shot a video of just a small little video? I'll make it funny. And then I'll do a swimming pool with these guys just sitting around the pool and how people act sometimes, when they're in a group and they're drinking. And I thought that'd be kind of funny, and the next day I took the pool back. I kept the box because I knew, hey, I'll just buy this just so I could film this one thing. I knew I was going to use it for anything else. Didn't have kids at that time. And was like, yeah, I'll just take it back. And that's what I did. I drained the water out, made sure it was all dry, and everything.
Guys, Hebrew plays with Barbies.
Oh boy.
That's
Yes,
just
that kept running through my mind. Sorry.
and I'm actually just picturing you going back to return it, putting on that Shanae face when she's trying to return a purse that she bought, but she's trying to return it after a wedding reception she went to.
Shanae, that's my daughter's nickname.
Okay.
Interesting you brought that up.
Right. Well, you know how she's trying to get her scam face on, be serious and act like she's pissed if they give her any kickback when she's trying to return the purse. She's already ready to argue with them about it.
She's ready to go throw down. Yeah.
Yeah, I can just see Hebrew. I'm going to let them know if they try to give me any crap when I return this pool.
I think my excuse was when I got it out of the box and put it together and put water in it, it leaked.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, Bob. These aren't action figures. These are Barbie dolls. Barbie dolls.
Oh,
He's trying to defend you. Most of them are action figures. I agree. But these are Barbies. But you know what? You can't really do your stop action without having both.
Hey, now wait a minute.
You have both sexes to be represented in
Right.
your action film, the stop actions that you make. So it's okay. Your secret's safe. Now that
Yeah.
everybody online. Yeah, your secret's safe. But it is posted. He posted it today. And if you want to get a good chuckle, definitely watch the pool party. It's pretty funny. Pretty funny.
I actually watched a little bit of it, but I didn't make it as far as you did.
Oh,
I
man.
only
You
made it
didn't
the
get
first
to where
10
he
minutes.
he actually got the towel on as shorts. I was like, what? I got all the way through it. I couldn't stop laughing. I was just, no.
Well, I'll tell you what, Sedge.
Well, maybe you should just play a little clip of it since
I
we've
was
done.
getting ready to say
Oh,
it's
yeah.
it's not that long, actually.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
How long is that, Michelle?
Oh gosh,
it's about a half hour, an hour long.
No,
let's say about
no.
20 minutes or less, a little bit less.
It's less than that. I mean,
Yeah. It's short.
it's
Oh, maybe I was thinking of something else.
no. The other movies I make are about an hour long. You're right.
I recommended that. Sadie, what do you think about this? After he puts all that work in, when they're uploading it and stuff, you can hit to go to public and then do it as set it as a premiere. And people like to come over here and see that you're live. It'll give them a notification so they can enjoy the chat room while watching, your hard work to make these stop actions that are pretty entertaining. A lot of people can't find an hour to an hour and a half slice of time, but when they're interacting with each other, it makes it even more fun. It adds to the ambiance. So, Saji, what do you think? Do you think that's a good idea for him?
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea because you probably would have people who showed up for them, and it would. Whenever you're watching the video, it gives you a third thing to watch is what kind of comments happened during the live stream of it, the original live stream.
Yeah, and if you don't want that to play next to it later, you can always put that invisible, and then you'll have views and stuff on it already, and people will get to actually see all the effort and work that you do, and the storylines, and how funny some of them are, and the voiceovers, and just.
And I would be more likely to click on it if I saw it was premiering because I would want to see who else was in there. Maybe.
Me too.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, guys. I'll definitely have to do that. And I'll tell you what, I labeled this, the thumbnail I used for it. I kind of cheated a little bit and used a Barbie thumbnail that has Robot Chicken on it. So, I don't know. That may be cheating a little. I don't know.
When you play it this time, I'm going to look and see if they have glasses in their hand, because I was too busy looking at everything else to see the margarita get dropped in the pool. So I'm going to have to see if they're holding little cocktail glasses, because I know you're so into detail. On the parrot in the face. Oh, yeah, let's move that parrot. Nah, no, my wife's behind there. I know what she looks like. Leave the parrot right there. Oh, my gosh.
Now, there is a warning on this. It is 24 minutes long. So maybe we can pause it and talk about it. That'll be part of our live stream.
Or run it at 1.5 speed, or you can run it at a higher speed and they'd still get the gist of it. It is
right.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, don't speed it up too much because it takes away from the
ambiance.
Yeah.
Takes away from your laughter that's contagious.
Just go in at about, I don't know, 10 minutes or so. And we'll just watch the second half of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Only what? Let's skip the part that said she's already watched. Forget you guys that are watching now.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if you haven't.
Hey, we can just watch the whole thing if you want to. I'm fine with that.
I'm just giving you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why not just watch the whole thing? It's not like we have a whole lot of. We don't have a whole lot of stuff, guys. Do we?
Oh, I got a list of like 17 different things I got to cover.
Oh, okay.
I'm just kidding.
So what do you think about 1.5?
No, 1.0.
Oh, 1 point. It won't let you do that. Okay. Here we go, guys. You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. Here it is. Can you see it? Everybody?
Yeah, I can see it.
Oh, okay, cool. Here it goes.
Whoa, this is a cool pool, man. A cool pool.
It is a little dark starting off.
Back up my pants. Shit. Hey, buddy. Hey, man. How's it going?
Get rid of us. Make it bigger.
Oh, do I still have you guys?
Oh.
Hold on. I didn't realize I had you guys on there.
Senor. Look at all the little feet in the pool. Ooh.
Let's see here. All right, that'll work. Dang it. What did I do there? Let me get rid of my banner too there at the bottom. Okay. Let's get rid of the little taco. Now let's keep the taco. That way people know what channel this is playing on. Okay, let's go now. Come on. There we go.
Hey, the water's nice, huh? Hey, ladies, how's it going?
It's pretty good. Yeah, I know. It's, pretty, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, man, that chlorine is wrong. Well, so, how's it going, John? Hey, pretty good, man. Tell you what, I can go for a beer right now. Well, the ladies over there, as you can see, have margaritas.
There's parrots in my face.
Well, it's okay. I can get rid of it for you. But, yeah, let me get in first. Yeah, I do the magazines over there one day. Brighten up the day. There we go. Ah, yes. Nice, cool pool. Not since the army have I had this kind of life. Well, I had an idea. What? What kind of an idea, Johnny boy? No one's called me John's boy in years, Mr. Bakuda. Bakuda? Where the hell did you get Oh, yeah, that's what they used to call me in Company B. Yes, good old Company B. Who can forget it?
So, you like our cabana view? Oh, yes, it's so relaxing and comfortable. Except for the stupid birdcage.
They have the same voice.
Are you getting in the pool? I just kind of had to get some sun. Look at my legs. They're all white and stuff. They're all freaking white. Yeah, I hear you. But, do you want a margarita? Oh, yes, that's right. Hand me my margarita. You've got it.
Yeah, there we go. Now I get the full comfort of the pool.
There is little cups.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, dude. Like, kind of in my way, Kind of in your way. You put the cabana in the wrong spot, dude. The legs are just kind of going over the top of it.
It's like, I just get in with my pants on. I don't care.
I guess we could stand up if we're going to play some beach volleyball. Wait,
Yeah, Mattel
play beach volleyball.
kind of messed up that design a little bit.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe
How come your Barbie's legs don't bend?
I guess because they're the cheap one. They're the cheap dollar store kind.
John.
The men are all, they move every direction.
Oh, did I? I'm sorry about that, Johnny boy.
That's
Yeah,
because
yeah,
they're
those-
action figures.
Johnny boy.
Hey, do they fake bake? Because their chests are different tones than their face.
Yeah, of course, sir.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Oh, why are you getting in, Rhonda?
Because I got this silly skirt on. I left my bathing suit in the house, remember?
Oh, yeah.
This does have some adult content, just FYI.
Are you serious? Yeah, man, you'd have much more room in this pool if you moved the cabana just a little bit. Well, do you want to help me do that? Of course. Let's go for it. Okay, that's cool. Hey, buddy, you're choking my wife over there. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, it's okay. It's all in good fun. Oh, yeah, it's always all in good fun. Well, let's move this cabana.
Do you want us to move, hon?
No, hon. I think I know how to move the cabana with two women and a parrot sitting in it. Maybe this isn't such a good idea, John. Huh? What do you want, man? Maybe we should have them get out first. Oh, all right. We'll have them get out. What the hell? Why not?
It's a good thing we got out of there. Yes, it is. It's a good thing. Say, you want to borrow one of my swimsuits? Oh my god. Oh my god. Are you okay? Are you? Oh my gosh. Yes, I did drop my pool. My drink in the pool, I mean. Oh, yeah. Anyway, you want to borrow one of my swimsuits? You don't even swim in swimsuits. You're swimming in your panties and your bra. This is not a bra, it's a sports bra. Oh, yeah, well, if I want to get in the water, I'm sure I have to take off my skirt. But then you'll be nude underneath. So what? We're all friends. That's true. That's true.
Woo! Woo! This thing's heavy, man. Yeah, I know, man. Just lift it. Okay. Ready? Go. Oh, wait. Huh? What do you mean, wait? I'm gonna... Okay, wait. Whoa! What the... I mean... Oh, shit. The bird fell in the water. Shit! Oh, no, that's bad. Oh, no, that's bad.
You're double laughing.
I know.
Ooh.
I can't help it.
This thing is heavy.
That's why I'm muting.
Are you gonna get up and help me or what? Oh yeah, so I'm just off the house for a minute.
Oh, keep your eyes on the bird, guys.
Wow. Big tipping there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that, Johnny boy. All this work just for a full cabana. Yeah, who would have thought, man? Okay, you got my arm. Can you just look this way? Ah! What happened? Oh shit, guy. You okay? Yeah, I just landed on my shoulder real hard.
He's contorted. 911, 911. And where the heck's the bird?
Move, kid. Oh, almost. I'm just trying to get out of here. Oh God. Okay, you ain't going. I'll help you.
His foot was all twisted.
Just a few short minutes. Come on, man. Good. Oh my God, shit. Oh God, no. Sorry, man. What the fuck? Oh, shit. What are you doing that for? I don't know, dude. I almost fell over.
Guys, remember, there's no bird right now. Where's the bird?
Right.
It's been quite a duration.
I got the side or something. Okay, cool. All right. What a job that was. We're done with that. You want to play some of that beach volleyball now, John? We still don't have a net, man. I know, but it fell in the water. What? Oh, God,
It's like he forgot all about it.
Bobbing for the bird.
Good. The parrot's still alive, so take him inside because, we're just going to be splashing water everywhere. I might get him wet. Do you have a parrot swimming in the trunks by chance? Because,
Look at the pool.
no, actually, I don't.
Just imagine
My pants.
these are Heroes' toys.
I see. All right, well,
Oh my gosh.
swimming trunks, anything.
The whole package is just hilarious.
Here, I'll show you how it's done. First, let me just put this bird inside. You know how that goes. Okay, dude.
That bird is more important.
Hey, are you going to get in the water or wet? Because we need teams to play volleyball.
I already told you, Jack. I have only a skirt on, and I can't get naked in front of public. So, no.
Come on, huh? I can't you be in the pool. Besides, we're just amongst friends here.
Do you really want John to see me naked?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what? I gotta rewind that part. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh through it.
John to see me naked?
Oh, yeah, good point. He'll probably get a hard on. Let's get the pool. I mean,
There's a portion in here where when they're in the pool, it looks awkward, but then I figured out it was the foot of the other guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
damn, there's a drink floating around in here. All right, the parents inside.
The guy hurts himself a lot.
His hands rolled up. John, just get me a pair of swimming trunks, please.
He really wants those swimming trunks.
I don't mind having them.
He's very insistent.
Mhm.
Real Johnny, really. The drink's in the pool. I can see the drink fell in the pool. What do you want me to do about it? God. All right, look, I've got some shorts. Will that make you happy? Yes, John. Of course. God, I need to shave. Of course.
He gets real serious there for a second. He's like, God, I need to shave.
Well, while he's getting shorts. Well, while he's getting my shorts, how about one of you babes fix me up a drink?
I guess that means me.
Of course it means you. You don't think I'd be talking to Blondie over there, do you?
What happened to her hair?
Yeah. Well, I'm not good at combing hair, apparently.
The brunette looks great. The blonde looks not so good.
Oh, okay then. Ah, this is lovely. Just as long as I don't get my hair wet.
It's matted out in every direction, but don't get it wet.
Right. That's what's funny about it.
I know that this whole thing is just. Oh, it's a gut buster for sure.
As long as I have a drink. There we go. This is more like it. Now this is a cabana. I got my drink in my hand.
So cute.
Stuff like that. Is that magazines I see on the ground? Yeah, we got lots of magazines.
I think he throws her at the pool.
You really get in here, Sarah. Well, maybe later.
Wait, did she just change her
I
name?
mean, God, what's the big deal? You can get in
Yeah, Jack and John and I don't know what the girls' names are.
Period, I'll bleed through.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm wearing white, because I'm not on my period.
Oh, well, oh,
Adult content.
I hope Johnny gets back soon. This is so freaking awkward. They're talking about their period, for crying out loud. Do. How relaxing. Do. Hey, buddy. What the hell is that thing? Well, you wanted shorts. Well, that's not shorts. I mean, that's a towel. What am I supposed to do with a towel? That's what you're supposed to wear after you come out of the pool. Well, it's the best I can do.
That was hilarious.
You can take it. If you don't want it, then I guess you're just going to wear pants. Hey, what did you do to your pants there, buddy? They look like shorts. Well, that's what I was trying to tell you a while ago. See how these are rolled up? Yeah, but it's just, face it, man, it's just a bunch of material sticking to your butt like wet bread on a piece of meat. Hey, man, it'll cover your
Wouldn't the
junk.
towel be material like? I
It'll cover
mean,
your junk and you won't have to wear wet
he'd
socks
still
and
be
pants
wearing
on.
something,
True. Well,
I don't know.
what can I say?
Well, you just got done talking about periods. Then you come out with this towel that doesn't look so.
Oh. Yeah. That's
Fill
true.
the pool.
There's a lot of double meanings in this.
Yeah, but I was hoping it'd be around my waist by now. Great. Fine, I'll still take it. See if I can get it out of that dang stupid beach ball. There we go. Not too bad. Well, let's go away over here. So, you and I can sit down that pool and talk about ideas.
Where did he go to put that on? Is my question.
He just disappears for a minute and comes back with that thing
Yeah.
look like perfect shorts. He's back.
Wear white in the pool. Kind of shows off your,
Your buttons.
your dials and buttons.
Oh, God, don't freak out. Like he hasn't seen me naked before.
What? He's seen you
Like he hasn't seen it.
Not on purpose, it was an accident.
Whoops.
God. Yeah, but you never bothered to tell me. I mean, like it was some kind of big secret. All right, look at this. Yes, my junk is hidden. And look, it even has a splashy rim top. I am wearing shorts. I told you, buddy. What else did you think I was saying? God, I don't know. Put my leg in there, didn't I? God, man, am I fast. Want me to put my leg in here? Sorry, okay.
He put his leg in there.
Sit
He's
down
like,
with you and chit-chat.
how does that make him fast?
Oh my God, wife! You fell in. Oh, you might as well just stay in.
Oh, my God, I can't believe I did that.
Well,
I'm getting dizzy.
now that you're all wet, you might
The foot. It's a foot, you guys. Really, it's a foot.
People can see it right up my skirt.
Okay, honey.
I guess
I can't tell whether it's Well, you will. So, now we're
See, it looks bad.
you got a beach ball, probably your wife. What do I talk about? I don't know. Jack. You know, I'd like since that
He
you
has a
did this at one time. Yeah, remember is that party? You know, we were all a little drunk, and I was walking around. And I had to go to the bathroom, and well, she was there, and I didn't know it. You know, it's just one of those things.
You didn't tell me. You told me nothing.
Well, honey, gee whiz, it was nothing. It was like seeing my mother in the nude. You saw your mother in the nude? How dare Well, I tell you what, no harm, no foul. But I tell you what I did do harm. You know, this volleyball's kind of getting on my nerves. Here, I'll kick it over to you. Ooh, that's better. Now we can talk some serious, like, how about we dump these girls in the pool and
Oh,
show
no.
them a good time? You know what I mean? Please, John. I mean, Jack. This is my pool. Please, you know what I mean? Please. Come on, dude. We're all half naked sitting in here. How about we have a nice, little friendly foursome? That's gross, dude.
Rated X, rated X.
You're not my third cousin. You might be my fifth cousin. No, dude, seriously, I'm your third cousin, all right? That's just gross. You are not my third cousin. Yes, I am. No, you're not. Yes, I am. No, you're not. Yes, I am. You're not. Am. Not. Am. Not. Am. Not. Am. Not. Am. I tricked you on that one, Jack. You jerk. Oh, man, that was hilarious. You should have seen your face. You were like,
Pretty awesome for you to keep the voices straight.
funny, Johnny. Well, anywho. God dang it. What was that noise? Oh, it's just my neighbor. He was in the shed. God dang it. Your neighbor needs to oil the doors. I know. He does that every freaking, 3 hours, right? He'll go outside in the shed. And you think everything was all right, but it's not. Say, where did you put your pants at anyway, man? Well, it's right outside the pool. Can you see? No, actually, I cannot see. Did you just say you're a Nazi? You idiot. Don't ever say that again. That's not right, dude. I mean, seriously. Oh, yeah, sorry about that, man. It's just a joke. Well, but seriously, never again. All right, so since we're all in the pool, we can play teams now. Yeah, but there's still one serious problem that you fail to miss each and every time. Oh, yeah? What's that, buddy? Well, my foot's over there. That looks peculiar. But seriously, there's no net. Oh, yeah. We sort of do need a net, don't we? Yes, and you know what else we need? Huh? What's that? More drinks. All right. Come on, girls, go get us some.
Now their shoes lined up. Oh.
Yeah, why do we have to get the... Oh my God, my boobs are showing. Why do we have to get margaritas every time?
Well, that is her, the hell with it. I'll go make them. Excuse me, guys, I'll be right back with 2 margaritas.
Lethal.
You kids got a joke. Oh, God. Ooh, almost fell. Hey, watch out, the patio's kind of slick.
Like how he walks.
Okay. Well,
He's lucky he can walk.
what did you say? We'll play a little game.
What's the game? Oh God, my husband comes up with some of the funniest games.
Yeah, I kind of do. Oh, I know. We'll play Finish My Sentence. No, that's a stupid game. We'll play a game where I say the name of a state, and then you have to say of the state. Okay, let's say, for example, I say Nebraska. You got to say another state that begins with the last letter of the state that I just named. So if I said Nebraska, you would say Alaska. Good.
How did she get that so easily?
Right. So here's what we're gonna do. See, you say.
All right, that's it, guys. Any questions? Any comments?
Yeah, I missed most of it. Could you start it over?
Oh, very funny. I don't think so. Um,
I only missed the first 19 minutes, so you can skip the last minute. But other than that,
okay, let's read some of the comments here. Michael Fontaine said, "I saw 5 minutes of this and had to go take care of horses." Is this late night Cinemax show? Eddie Von Keen says.
the real one.
Lotar 900 said it's kind of creepy, a grown man playing with Barbie dolls. Go Kart Bob says ROFL. Let's see here. And then earlier on, he said Hebro's very creative with his concepts. Hebro's movies are very creative and funny. I liked Superman and Miss Bra Knockers. So we do have some comments here, guys.
Well, that's awesome.
Saji, what did you think? I mean, I know it's not one of my better ones, but it is, to me, it's one of my funnier ones.
I mean, what makes one better? What makes one worse? I mean, they all have their own, like, I don't know. They all have their own little intricate value. I mean, I think they're all great in their own little way because they all have, you always find a way to put humor in them. And, I mean, yeah, you can critique them down to, you know, the editing, the storyline, the placement, the I mean, all those different things. Oh yeah, they come into play. But for the most part, you nail the lines. You nail the voices. You always come up with something clever to say. They're very fun and entertaining to watch.
Well, thanks, Guy. I appreciate the critique.
Critique.
You know,
Compliment.
I'm a little partial to the Mandela Family Community ones simply because I relate to those the most.
yeah, well, that's understandable. You know, those I come up with the scripts in my head. Like I write them down, they're in my head, you know, and it seamlessly, it seems like I come up with a topic, and the topic will start the whole thing. Like I'll think, well, wouldn't it be funny if these guys did this, or wouldn't it be funny? Because it's so out of character for you guys, you know what I mean? Like you and Scarab, and well, I guess Scarab's isn't so out of character, you know. But
that's just it. I mean, yeah, it's unpredictable what you're going to do next. You know, especially when you're familiar with the characters and you know that there's certain what is the word I'm looking for? Like the obvious. There's the obvious, you know, like I can't think of the word, but anyway, the predictable thing that you would expect, you know, you to do, and then you end up going usually more often than not in a completely different direction. The stereotype, yeah, there's an obvious stereotype that you could exploit, but you don't take advantage of the obvious stereotype. You find a more clever way to squeeze something in there, you know?
And the voices. I mean, there's a lot of the voices that he does with the Mandela family, like that are spot on. And even this one, when he was doing that arguing back and forth, Jack and John, he had the voices straight. I mean, I'm trying to figure out who's saying what. And then even when he flipped it, he still had the voices straight. And they were bickering back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But that's talent, that's skill. You know, I couldn't do it.
I see your comment, Lotar. We'll look at it here in a minute. Lotar 900 said he sent in another entry for your.
You know, speaking of, you know, you've been giving me crap about my name lately.
Uh-huh.
I've been trying to think of like something to put like at the end of Saji that would like kind of like wholeheartedly endorse like my core values, but like be at the same time kind of original and something everybody could relate to. But I also want to make sure it's like a name that nobody's ever heard before, And I'm having a hard time. And I'm like, okay, well, what would be a good number? And I was like 99, 76, 33. And I'm like, no, that's too Illuminati. I'm like, I don't know. And I'm like, well, maybe I could just come up with like a shorter last name. Well, anyway, I go through all this and I finally came up with something, but I don't know. It just kind of sounds familiar. I wanted to run it past you guys, see what you guys think. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are you there, Michelle?
Yes, I'm listening.
All right. So tell me what you guys think. I think this is I'm trying to be original here.
Wait a minute. Maybe we should save this for another contest. We can have the name Sagittarically Speaking. Give him.
Well, that could be. Well, if you guys don't like my idea, maybe we'll do something like that. But I want to at least run this. I mean, I thought long and hard about this, and
I know you probably put a lot of thought into it. I'm sorry. I'm just joking around, man.
All right. All right. So, do you guys want to hear it?
Yes.
Sure. All right. Okay, here it goes. How about this? Saji Fontaine.
Oh, you got it.
You are such a butt.
Oh my God. You
What?
totally
I mean,
got
you guys
it.
have you heard anything like that before?
You really worked this all up and everything.
Oh, he got us again. He got us again.
Saji Fontaine.
Saji Fontaine.
Well, when you guys say it like that, it does kind of sound familiar, I guess, but I can't quite place it.
Man, I think somebody else owns that name. It's there.
Yep. You think it's pretty good?
I think you got us. I think you got us good.
He did, man.
Yep, you nailed it. You gosh darn you, Saji.
This is just like that. What was that time you were talking about? What was it? You went into this long spiel one time about something.
Oh, and I wanted to correct retract an old article where we put out bad information.
Well, that was one too, but I think you got us a second time after that, though.
Oh yeah, I can't remember what the other one was.
I can't remember, but you got us again. I'll say that for you.
All right.
My goodness.
Well, I got to say, it's a lot better and more well thought out than what I was going to call you.
Oh, okay.
Saji McBadgie.
I was going to say Saji Says.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
actually not bad.
Actually, really, it really isn't. Saji Says.
Yeah, because Saji's always saying stuff.
He is. Whether he's yanking our chain or keeping us
Yeah,
on.
but I could end up getting confused with Simon, and I would hate for that to happen.
No. There's only one Saji Says.
Well, that's true.
There's tons of Simon Says.
Now, I do have one more skit I want to show you guys. I want to show the whole audience, but it's not an action figure skit. I don't think you've ever seen me do any of my skits. Except for, there was that one where I was playing like badminton with myself. You guys saw that.
Right.
Wait. Before we move on, I'm really on pins and needles about Luthar's submission.
Before we show that clip. Yeah.
Okay.
Before we show that clip, why don't we go ahead and let me get into my email. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
Okay. So, hey, Saji, what do you think? He needed to call 911 when Jack fell out of the pool when they were moving the cabana and his foot was facing the wrong direction and his arm was like behind him and up over his head. When he got back up, he said, "No, I'm okay, let's move it." I mean, how do you get both of them, not show your hands, film it with these guys' hands on there, picking this up and moving it? I mean, oh my God. I'm sorry. That stuff is just funny. And We need to help him work on his female impersonations.
Right.
They all sound like one woman. It's all the same one. So for John and Jack to know the same woman, I mean, if I wasn't watching it, I would have said, yeah. They sound the same, even though they were wives of, one was the wife of Jack and one was the wife of John.
Yeah, you're right. And I also liked how he would go Johnny boy, Johnny.
And then just dude.
Yeah.
Except the name is just like dude. And did you see how the one put the towel on? It looked like, I mean, like, what? How did that fit? Oh,
What is going on with my email now?
oh, we were just talking amongst ourselves. We didn't know we still had you with us.
Yeah, I got something weird's going on here. It's saying your email cannot be displayed at this time or something.
Huh.
Really?
Okay, wait a minute. I double clicked it.
And plus, I heard we were going to have some
Oh my
I'm gonna leave it at your discretion there, Hero, as to whether or not we share with the audience.
Yeah, this is clean.
All right.
It's just
Did I miss the poetry?
let me ask you this, Michelle. How do I go from full screen and still be able to pull up? Because I don't want to show my real name.
No. Do you have Snippet?
Snippet.
We'll talk about it after the show. Grab the
Can you just right click and save as?
yeah, that right now, yeah, just save it so you can save it'll save it as the image that he sent you. Just download it and save it and then pull it up from that direction. But I'll show you how to use Snippet tools. So that way you're not using so much space on your computer. Snippet makes a photograph and it shrinks it down huge, majorly, so you can have more on your computer before it starts bogging down.
Okay. Well, keep talking amongst yourselves because now I've got to go and try to find it in my pictures and pull it up.
Hey, Saji says, I think what we're going to do is go on StreamYard tomorrow night. If we're able to work out the phones where you can hear the callers and everything through the StreamYard, then we'll go through that way rather than the way that we have been going through. What do you think of
All
that?
right. Yeah, I would like it if we could just create a lobby like we have now. That would be ideal.
I just want to make sure that the callers come through like really clear, like they do already.
Right.
So, yeah, I've been working on that like all day with StreamYard and made the investment. So let's see what we can do with it, right?
Well, yeah.
So Sagittariusly, or Sag says is how I'll put you on.
Yeah, I'm not feeling the Saggy says thing. Let's not-
Sagittarius.
yeah.
That's
Not much like an advice column or something.
Saggy sees. Saggy perceives. Saggy thinks. Saggy's opinions. No.
Well, hey guys, I got the picture ready. You guys ready?
Ready. Let's
Okay.
see.
This is just funny.
Look like
What do you think?
Oh my gosh. Lothar.
Well, I gotta say, this is kind of a step up for what he's been sending.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
I'm glad to find that in his mind I look so well, distinguished and well kept.
Oh boy.
I mean, he didn't try to make me look like a moron or something.
Right. You look intelligent, man.
You can tell with those glasses on and that bow tie that I'm kind of dapper and Don,
Sure.
Martin, you can hear us well.
I mean, it's obvious I didn't get that green shirt like at Costco or Walmart. I went to Target or something.
Don't run with those ears. You might take off.
Right.
Oh,
There you go. There's yet
face
another.
satire's welcome. It's those collages, right?
Well, according to
Lorraine.
the official sponsor of the show, Lorraine, she wants all entries to be drawn.
Oh, okay. I just go
But
with the flow.
I still say we could do. I still say we should go with celebrities or pictures of people that you know, or something close to that, because there really isn't. Not everybody can draw.
Right. Well, I mean, are you putting up your own $20?
Well, no.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
Grabbing a celebrity photo. I'm thinking of like getting a magazine and cutting out like different hair and then different eyes and a different mouth and gluing it together in like a collage form. It is actually a form of art to put it together, like Truman did when on the girl that they took off of the scene, and then he kept trying to make the pictures by cutting out different parts of the face, and he put together the face like a collage.
Right.
What tried to remember?
well, prelim, you can draw, so I know you could draw. So what do you mean? It doesn't have to be. What's he mean? What's the difference between portraits and drawings?
Portraits and drawings.
Yeah, I know he could draw because we've seen his drawings. They're really good.
Right. I mean, I guess a portrait would be like you take it with a camera. A drawing is something that you draw.
Oh, okay.
Well, they paint portraits. Also.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, if it's painted, I think painting would count as long as it's not just like a picture you download off the internet. I think she's trying to.
Oh, he said he can make them. Yeah, we know. Yeah, that'd be cool, man. If you want to do that.
I'm just going by what Lorraine said. What was it, last night or the night before when she called in?
Shifty Sunday was the last time we were on, so.
Yeah. I mean, since she's kind enough to sponsor the contest, guess we'll play by the rules that she set up.
Yeah.
I would take everybody and anybody's submission, whether they clip out, eyes, mouth, or whatever, and make a collage form, make a portrait, painting, picture, drawing, whatever, because she's the judge. And then they're going to have the unveiling. So, she's the one that's giving out the prizes. Right. So she would be the judge on that. So if she's going to discount some because they don't, meet whatever her standards are, that's up to her to do. But it's about.
Well, I thought we would. Yeah. Well, we'll figure it out.
Right.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing. I'm gonna go do one or two things.
She's like, it's me. I should get to vote.
Well, I thought originally we were going to have chat vote.
Wait, I thought the panel or Lorraine was going to vote.
Well, yeah, I thought she would vote too. She would have the deciding vote.
Yeah.
Like you would have to expose yourself. I don't mean like expose yourself, but I mean you'd have to like.
Like Jack did in the pool with John's foot. Don't expose yourself.
Yeah, no, not that way. But I mean, like, reveal yourself.
Right.
Well, that sounds a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, do the reveal, show the entries, let the chat get involved. Absolutely. That's all good stuff. But ultimately, you can get the votes from your chat, and then it ultimately goes to Lorraine. It's her, she's the one that is doing the prizes. So yeah, I get it. And I think that's between Lorraine and Hebrew, and actually, Saji for being such a good sport.
Right.
So, I'm going to see my way out. But if I make an entry, it will more likely be a collage form. I'm not very good with drawing, and unless I make a caricature, and I don't want to do a caricature. I'd rather do something.
I think.
And even though mine won't count, mine would be.
I'm sorry. What?
Mine wouldn't count because.
Oh, you've seen him. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, Preliminal is asking questions here, and it could be anything, man. As long as it's a drawing. I mean, it could be a drawing, a painting, whatever, as long as it's hand done and not, according to Lorraine, not a picture or something that you take like with a camera,
And not one that you cut out of a magazine, like whole, and say, this is what he looks like.
Right.
Put some effort into it. Have some fun with it. Be creative. It could be a caricature. It could be, look what Lothar 900 just submitted. I mean, it's supposed to be fun and engaging and get people. I don't know.
Engaged, right?
Yeah. So we have to keep Saji in the bag, no matter where he pops up, what shows he pops up. We got to keep him undercover until this thing is done.
You need to get a picture of the Unknown comic and put it on your avatar, buddy.
There you go.
You remember that? You remember that guy?
Yeah, he wore a brown paper bag, right?
Yeah.
With the eye holes, and he drew his little mouth, made an angry little mouth around it.
Oh yeah.
He had that jagged black. You know what I'm talking about? Like he had the hole for the mouth, but then he drew like these black jagged lines. He was funny.
There was one Mandela effect I want to talk about. I want to talk about that, and I'm going to read you guys my poem, and then maybe we'll open up the phone lines after I'm done with that. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to tease the phone lines. That sounds like a plan.
No. We're not going to tease them. I'm actually going to do it.
Okay.
But I do want to read a poem, but I have to go do something real quick. So you guys take over for me.
Saji
All right.
Pontification.
Saji what?
Pontification.
Pontification.
Michael Fontaine said at Awaken Activate. He's giving me an idea for your name. Saji Pontification.
What?
I still like Saji says. Sorry about my dogs.
I wonder what he thought about Saji Fontaine.
He's changing it. He says pontification. You can't forget you. He said no. No, he didn't say that. Oh, that's right. You can't see the chat. You can in StreamYard if you click it over.
I could just go to chat.
Oh, my dogs are going bananas. I'm so sorry. And Hebrew is away, and I don't want to leave you out hanging. Anyways, I have this funny story. Okay. Last week we did our call in on Wednesday, right? Well, Thursday I was super tired, but I like to get my swim in. Okay. So I was all wet, and it was like the sun was beaming. I put out like this, it's like a camping chair. It's like a lounge chair because my feet would come up and everything. It was super comfortable, right? So I'm laying on it trying to dry. Guess what?
What?
Michelle fell asleep outside. Needless to say, I didn't get to go swimming until Sunday, because I was baked. I mean, lobster, 50% lobster.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well.
Thank goodness for a base town, or I would have been blistered and peeled. And he's back.
And he has something to go over with you guys and talk about it. We talked about the Superman Mandela effects on Shifty Sunday.
Yes, we did.
One of the Mandela effects is Christopher Reeve, what used to be Christopher Reeves.
Oh, yeah, we had a caller talking about that.
Oh, we did?
Yeah. Remember?
Lorraine talked about it?
No, the other caller.
Huh?
That other caller, remember? You wanted to talk about Christopher Reeves?
Oh yeah, Saggy. That's another thing he got us on right there. No, I'm kidding. No, that yeah. The other, what was the other caller's name again? I forgot. I don't
You
think I ever
never
got it.
asked.
That's right. Oh
He
boy.
sounded like he was from out west,
Okay, yeah.
probably like Arkansas or something.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get a look at his caller ID?
No, I did not. I'm sure it was it was probably 1477249 something like that. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But in all seriousness though,
I remember you showed your movie and you spelled Reeves Reves. Remember?
yeah, I spelt it that, and then someone was like, "That's French for what? Did they say it was French for?"
Dreams. Something dreams.
Yeah. So we talked about that Mandela effect, and I've got to play devil's advocate here for a minute, and I want you guys to discuss this with me, and you know,
Did you say Red Bull's advocate?
sure, why not?
All right.
Even though I've never drank Red Bull, I'll be its advocate.
Okay.
But anyway, the man who played Superman in the Adventures of Superman, the 1949 or 1950 serial, you know, the Adventures of Superman. His name was George Reeves. So
Reed? Spell it.
Okay, hold on. Let me show you. I've got the box set right here. Let's see. Can you guys see that?
Oh, okay. George Reeves, just like the other guy's last name is now Reeves, Christopher Reeves.
Right. And it got me to thinking. I'm not sitting here trying to bust the Mandela effect or trying to say it's not a Mandela effect, or because I have seen residue. Like I think Sandy showed us residue that it was Christopher Reeves.
Well, there's only like 17 different times Eminem references in his music as Christopher Reeves.
Hold on.
But
Are you trying to tell me that his name is not Christopher Reeves anymore?
no,
What is it?
it's Christopher Reeve.
No, it's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's Reeves. It's always been Reeves. And I always found the irony in that because of the first guy that ever did Superman, and it was done in black and white, and his actual outfit was not in color because they filmed in black and white. His suit was actually black and white, even though it was supposed to represent like the comic books. His last name was Reeves. So I'm sorry.
It's funny you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Could you show the box one more time, Hebrew?
Oh, sure.
Yes.
I think you just had a blonde moment, Michelle.
Well, I don't think you made it big or something.
No, I had it on my camera. Now where
Well-
did I put that at?
Well, make yourself big. So I
How
can.
do I can't make myself. Oh yeah, I can, can't I?
Yeah, and I was talking to my husband because he's getting ready for work.
Let's see here.
So I may have had a blonde moment, may have looked like that, but yeah.
Here's the. Can you guys see that?
George Reeves, that's right. Yes.
Yeah, George Reeves.
Mm-hmm.
So this got me to thinking. I was sitting here wondering this.
There's a blinding light on you, dude.
Crap, sorry. There we go.
Hey, we're tall and skinny.
But no. Oh crap. Let me fix that. Let's see here. There we go. But anyway,
We're dizzy now.
it got me to thinking about this, and in no way am I trying to say this totally bust the Mandela effect or whatever, but there is a large possibility, and this is just a possibility, is that people were getting, since the actors had sort of the same name almost, could it be possible that some people might have been getting confused with George Reeves and Christopher Reeve? And before you answer, let me just say this.
Got my backup. Nope.
Could it be also the other way around, that people who knew what George Reeves' name was now think that his name's always been George Reeve?
You're triggering us.
I'm not.
Yeah, I can't agree with you simply because when I was watching the Superman movies, I didn't know what the original guy's name was that played Superman back in the old black and white ones. I just knew who Christopher Reeves was.
Right.
And
husband,
right.
he agrees.
And
yeah.
like I said, I'm in no way trying to throw that out or to throw it in a ruling. I'm just saying that now that possibility is out there, you can't totally rule it out, is what I'm saying.
Do you remember they did that movie about George Reeves' life?
Mm-hmm. Huh?
And that's where we're like, wow, you know, that's pretty ironic that it's a Christopher Reeves and it started with a George Reeves. And then, you know, I thought, wonder if Christopher changed his last name to Reeves, you know, because he was playing Superman, you know, because people can legally change their name, right?
Right.
But, you know, of course, he didn't. We didn't find any reference or records of that. So we thought, wow, the irony of that the first Superman and the Superman that we all, you know, came to love, that got really sick on us. And so he was more in our lives, that he made more of an impact on not just as a movie star, but other areas. So his name is pretty, you know, it's pretty out there in different arenas. So for it to go from Reeves to Reeve, that kind of trips me out, because I mean, he's got foundations and all kinds of things to help out
and
people with, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that
don't misunderstand me. I truly believe it's Reeves. In fact, like I said, there's a lot of residue out there to back that claim up. But as I said, we do have to sometimes play devil's advocate, and that's all I'm doing here.
Yeah.
Even though I'm convinced, just as you are, that his name was Christopher Reeves and always was. Yeah. But it just got me to thinking. That's all. I'm just throwing that on the table.
And not always affected by the same ones. I mean, that's how unique that this is for people. You know, some will like throw you really for a loop, and then others will be like, I remember it that way. You know what I mean? It's so unique to each person. But that one's the big one that you just brought up, because wow. Because when we watched that movie, you know, and him showing him in his black and white, and he was miserable. He did not want to play that part. He got typecast. He wanted to do more serious roles. I mean, it really showed a lot about George Reeves and his life. The man who made the legend.
Have you seen the movie? Have you seen the movie Hollywoodland? Is that what you're talking about?
I'm not sure if that's what the movie's called. It's been a while since we've seen it, but that's like, wow. Reeves. Do you have to have the last name of Reeves to play Superman? I don't know. I didn't know. Right. Maybe it was a family relation, or I don't know.
What? I always thought that when I was a little kid too. I thought, well, wait a minute, is this guy? Are they related? Is this his father? You know,
right.
That's what my thought was when I was a kid. And then it turned out that they had no relation. But why would I think that when I was a kid if the names are totally different? You know? But hey, I just wanted to throw that on the table. If there's something out there that a person could throw on the table that's in the Mandela community, I think that they should, you know?
Yeah, I watched the Superman logos. Now I didn't hear anything about the Reeves when I popped over on Sunday with Sandra Diva and Teresa Lynch and yourself and Saji
Right.
and Saji pontificate. Um, so you know that's Michael Fontaine named him. Anyways, the one that you recognized as the emblem, I recognize. The one that's on Superman now, it doesn't even look like an S. It doesn't even look anything like the Superman, the emblem. And why would the emblem change? It wouldn't. No matter which Superman you're watching, that should be the constant because it's their logo. It's their marketing tool. So that was really, really odd. But yeah, I resonated with the one that you did. And I think Sandy did also as being the one that, and she had to make it. And she had to actually make that logo. So I don't know. There's some shifty things going on. I mean, shifty.
And that's why we had it on Shifty Sunday. But hey, listen, guys.
Oh yeah.
You know what we haven't you know what we haven't done yet?
Your shout out that you said 30 minutes ago. Okay.
So I'll go ahead and do that unless you want to, Michelle.
No, I'm laughing at some of these names. Go ahead.
Oh,
It's
okay.
all you.
But we've got Preliminal, who's been here since before we began. He's been in here for a while. We've got Go-Kart Bob,
Yay.
Eddie Von Keen, the real one.
No fake.
And I know we got Michael Fontaine.
Michael Fontaine? Here, I'll do it for Saji. Michael Fontaine.
Michael Fontaine.
What?
That's a good Saji impersonation.
I did good.
You did good. That was good. Lotar 900.
What the?
Lotar 900. Who
Is
sent
it
us that?
Lotar or Lotar? Right?
The way she impersonates me when I talk, it's like what somebody would sound like right after they taste their coffee and they think it's disgusting.
Very much, Saji. Yeah. There he is pontificating.
And I would be doing him a big injustice if I didn't mention Beef 99, who is watching from Clearwater, Florida.
Where's
Woohoo! They're just right up the street from me.
There you go. Yeah.
nice? That was the one I was looking at that I started giggling.
Okay.
You're gonna do a channel shout out. I was like, beef? What? I thought that little old lady, where's the beef? Where's the beef? Or don't tell me that's gone too. I'm sure,
We found him. He's right in here in our show.
know that little old lady in that slogan. I
Yeah.
already know that the
Wendy's.
place that I went to high school didn't exist when I went to high school there. It was a whole different city, even though I know it was not a different. I mean, it was a different city, but now it's all one city, and it was absorbed before we even moved there into this one city. When I know that that other city was there, and it was my mom that found that one on Mother's Day, and it messed her mind up. She's like, what? She Mandela'd herself. Sorry about that. I'll mute that. Oh my gosh, little Thar. Really?
But sounds like someone's typing. Is that you, Saji?
Yeah.
Oh. I wanted to share a poem with you guys. I wrote a poem. Well, I recorded a poem earlier And I thought instead of saying it, I would play the tape recording of the poem. You guys ready to hear it?
I don't want to miss the poem, but I think I'm going to have to get my Pomeranian with the high-pitched bark and put her in the house so I can
Okay,
hear
well,
her.
I'll let you do that first so
Yeah.
you don't miss it.
Yeah, hey, just give me 1 second.
Yeah. We'll let her do that. Well, Saji, are you looking up some information?
Yeah, I'm almost done. I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem. But the name of this poem is called 20 Years Ago. 20 years ago. It's some poem I was thinking about earlier, actually, when I was watching one of my videos, which I will show a clip to here eventually. Just a small clip. But you know. So Saji,
She
have
pushed
you-
the door open. I threw her out. The dang door open and came in and started barking again. My husband's gonna grab her though, so go ahead. I'm here. I really want to hear your poem.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right,
here.
cool.
I'm here.
All right, so if you guys are ready, I hope this is loud enough. Here we go. Here's the poem. It's called 20 Years Ago by Jeremy Orr, which is my my stage name. Anyway,
Your pen name?
yeah,
Okay.
here we go.
20 Years Ago by Jeremy Orr. 20 years ago, I had heat that couldn't be beat. The air was pretty fair. 20 years ago, the sinks didn't leak, the floors didn't creak, and the walls didn't stink. 20 years ago, 20 years ago, the bugs didn't crawl, the ceiling didn't fall. 20 years ago, my shower, oh, it still worked. My friends were not a jerk. 20 years ago, there was a lot of people still alive. Oh boy, how they would thrive. 20 years ago. 20 years ago, we were all a lot younger. But 20 years is long past. Oh boy, did that go fast. 20 years ago.
There you go.
20 years ago.
Oh, sorry, hold on.
by
Start replaying again.
Yeah, I was starting to wonder if I was going to be like, 20 years ago, I started listening to this poem.
Hey, I'm coming up on my 20 years ago anniversary.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yep, our 20th will be in July.
Hmm.
So we were together for a little over 2 years before we got married. So 22 years with, and somebody was saying that marriage and things like that they're difficult and they're not meant to be. But when you meet somebody, it's the right person when, number one, they don't want to control you. You don't want to control them. They don't want to control you. They know you're a unique individual and, you're able to express yourself. And no matter what you're going through or what's going on with you, you can just feel that unconditional love. It's just, and it's a powerful love that grows stronger and stronger over time. You know, you start off in one way, one type of love, and that love just keeps growing and growing and growing. So, you know, you'll know when you find that person, and don't settle for anything less than that, because everybody deserves that kind of love to be given and for them to give to other people. Yep. So obviously you can tell I'm happily married.
Well, that's awesome, man. I'm glad for you guys.
So I was thinking 20 years ago, he kicked in my door. 20 years ago, we'd throw tantrums at each other and throw things on the floor. No. But I did love your poem.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah, 20 years ago, I would always wake up early in the morning. 20 years ago, I could fall asleep without snoring.
Oh, yeah, he does do that. Uh-huh. But all you have to do is give you a good old nudge. Your wife could give you a good old nudge, and you'll roll over and hush.
Yeah, well, 20 years ago, I used to drive. I had a really long drive to work. 20 years ago, I
Wasn't such a jerk.
Yeah. Oh no, I was. Yeah, I was a much more creative jerk. I knew how to be like. I knew how to be. Yeah. I was a bigger jerk then than I am now. Now I'm somewhat refrained from my jerkiness.
He went back 40 years in the chat. Michael Fontaine did. You know, Michael Fontaine.
Michael Fontaine.
Michael Fontaine. You know that name? It sounds familiar.
Saji Fontaine. He said 40 years ago is the anniversary of Mount St. Helens eruption.
Yes, it is. Isn't that exciting?
Really? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would have been like 7 years old when that went down. But I can remember it like it was 20 years ago.
Oh, you're just a baby. He's a little baby, Saji.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
But I remember it being a big deal and everybody was talking about it and it being on TV. I mean, like I can like process it like I was a young adult, but I had to only been like 7 or 8.
Wow. It's hard to believe it's been 40 years.
Yeah, 40 years ago, I was 2.
You're a baby, too. I feel like a grandma. And wait, I am a grandma. But my grandkids are young. I know they're like 7 and under.
I see.
Yeah. We have, I think, 8.
Well,
8 grandchildren coming up on 9.
Did you guys see where that policeman that what was his name, Greg Anderson or whatever? You know the one I'm talking about that did the video that said.
Yeah, we talked about him. Yeah. What you got?
Yeah, how did you guys see how he recently got exposed as being a fake? He was just trying to get Facebook hits to get a big check, to get views for a big check for his Facebook page. Yeah.
I know that, you know what? There's always going to be somebody that's going to say something about something. But, you know, I could come out, you know, you guys know what happened with my daughter, and when we went into the funeral home, the big surprise we got, let alone not even being able to identify her or even see her until we coughed up this cash, right? So we had to actually do that GoFundMe thing. All right. So would that mean that, you know, I'm making all this up just because somebody said that I was wearing a certain outfit, or because I was in the military and they do certain tattoos? Or does that mean, I mean, you know, some of the clothing we wear has symbolism and logos on it, and we just like the way that it feels or it fits. We're not worried about the logo, or, you know what I mean? But there's people that will take logos or things like that and read into the symbolism. So I don't know. I'm on the fence about that. I don't know the man personally, so I'm going to take everything with the grain of salt. But I did hear that, Saji. I heard that too.
Yeah, I watched a YouTube video I think last night where they showed they went to his apparently he runs a jiu-jitsu school, and there's a on his Facebook page 3 years ago he put out a video talking about how he was quitting the police force to follow his dreams and open the school. And then they showed how the school was the website for the jiu-jitsu school was open, and he was the owner and co-founder, and they had schedules and all this kind of thing. And the implication is that possibly because of the quarantine, nobody was able to. They had to close the school, so he was trying to come up with a way. Well, shoot, I need to make some money, just like everybody else is trying to figure out a way to make some money. And he came up with the clever idea. I mean, he still knows people on the police force, and he borrowed. He still had his old uniform or whatever, and he borrowed a comrade's car and a.
No.
And
my husband's father was a sheriff, so he was raised around police officers. And like I said, my father-in-law was a sheriff. You don't just get to put on that kind of garb and be in a unit close to that kind of equipment, and then just roll that beautiful bean footage in full uniform. No, he got let go. They were okay when it had 1,000 views. It was when it got to 400,000 views that they wanted him to pull it down, and he didn't pull it down. And so he got suspended without pay, and then now.
Yeah, I'm not doing it justice. I mean, we could watch the video if you guys want to, and then you guys can apply your own discernment if you want.
Yeah, I've seen the ones that they're talking about, and I was wondering on a police salary, knowing that my husband's dad, my husband's father, was a sheriff, that they make good money but not great money, okay, to have 2 houses, and he's got his children and stuff. So his wife obviously works and does something also to offset this income, because of my husband's mom did, and she out-earned the sheriff. But together they were able to raise 9 children and whatnot, with their expenses. But I don't know the man. I don't know.
Yeah, me neither. You know what? To be quite honest with you, it's the important thing really isn't whether or not it is fake, or that it is, or that it isn't, or trying to prove that it was or that it wasn't. The big takeaway from all this is you can't even trust that information when you read it. I mean, when you see that when I first watched that video, it was very motivating. It created like hope, and it created like a whole bunch of like mixed emotions, right? Because you want to hope that the police really do still have some semblance of their soul left and will do the right thing. And you're just
he was quoting the oath of office. He was.
Yeah, and you're just so moved to see somebody come forward and not be afraid to stand up for themselves. And then, somehow, some way they have to try to find a way to discredit the notion. And now, any other policeman that comes forward, we're going to obviously now scratch our head and wonder if this one is real. And that it's just a shame that you just can't have any. Yeah, you even have to apply your discernment to the good news now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the thing, his first post, he wouldn't have made the second post if he didn't have so much trouble. But he did. He was talking about the oath. They go through the academy, and then they take an oath, and it is to the Constitution, and it is to the people. So they know they're civil servants. They know that they work for the people and with the people, and they don't want the people to rally up and turn against the police officers. They know they'll lose. There was nothing that he said that was false or hurtful to anybody. If anything,
well, no, I'm not trying to imply that.
Yeah, I know you're not.
I just hate the fact that we have to now question whether or not he was his motives were pure. We can't just have a guy come out and try to say and do the right thing, and it just be for all the right reasons. Now we have to wonder, was he just doing it for a bunch of YouTube hits?
Yeah. Well, I'm just going to take it for what we know. My husband being raised by, around officers and all that, and what he said in the first video that he made, really it followed along with the oath of office that they take, the Constitution.
Oh yeah, I have to give it to him. He said and did all the right things when he made that video. It couldn't have been scripted any better.
And did you see the picture? I don't know which video you watched. I'll send you a link to this one. When they were trying to discredit him, they picked the craziest looking picture of him making this crazy face, probably in that dojo where he teaches karate, and he was goofing around or whatever. And that's the picture that they selected, and he looks like he's just nuts. To discredit him. I mean, it looks like, I wouldn't want him coming in my window or something, because from that picture, he looks pretty scary. So yeah, when people are asking for donations and contributions, always use discernment. And if you don't have it, don't donate. You don't want to donate and then regret it. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't have it, don't do it. So
Right.
if people want to contribute to what he's got going on, that's up to them. So anyways, yeah, I thought Hebrew was going to open up the phones.
Well, I was going to show, I was talking about 20 years ago and my poem. And what got me thinking about 20 years ago is because this video I saw, and I haven't seen this since, I seen it since I uploaded it today, of course. I had to edit it and stuff, but I have not watched this video since 2000. I think it was 2001 when I made the video. So it was almost 20 years, I guess. But that's what got me thinking about 20 years. Like, what did I look like 20 years ago? Well, you guys are about to find out.
You're 22.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because I'm 42. Yeah. Yeah. See, I never was that good in math, so I would have had to get a calculator out and, drawing board and all that good stuff. But anyway.
Said you was 27. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see it.
I will pop it up now. Now, I'm not going to show the whole video because it is 40 minutes long. So what I'm going to do is I'm just showing that clip of what I thought was the best sketch in the video. So here we go. Oh, I guess it would help if I shared my screen.
Yes, and move us out of the way so it's big.
Oh crap! Yeah, I got to remember to do. I keep forgetting, man. I keep forgetting. Hold on, let me do that first. Oh wait, I got it up here. Oh, what?
Hi,
What?
Teresa.
Wait. Okay, I can still do it. Ta-da! No, I'll make it big. Don't worry, it'll get bigger than that. You guys can comment on it. I mean, I've seen it 1,000 times since I've had to edit it.
Look at that 20-year-old jacket.
That's probably actually more like a 40 or 50-year-old jacket. Something off Grandpa's closet.
And it's been worn 5 times.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you're right. And only in these kind of videos. Here you go, buddy. Here's the. Oh, I better get the sound on. Okay, this is an interview between a guy and you'll see. A skit.
Hello. This is Investigative Reports. And in tonight's Investigative Reports, I am Walter Klondike.
What the heck?
We're here.
Oh, hang on, guys. I got a video that just came up.
Walter Cronkite, huh?
There we go. I'm sorry, guys. Walter Klondike. It was here we go.
Investigative report of a man that claims that he is the actual assassin of John F. Kennedy. Here tonight on investigative reports, it says here we will interview this so-called Kennedy assassin and talk to him. Here tonight on investigative reports. Here tonight on investigative reports, we will talk to the man, the actual Kennedy assassin, on one John Doe. We'll call him John Doe.
I had to do all that reading
He
for
was
John
wishing
Doe.
to keep his ID secret, so the secret of this identity will not be revealed. Also, he's wearing a mask
Love the eyebrow.
so that he shall not reveal his face. Now, John Doe, it says here in our reports, it says right here, we have the report here, as you can see, that how much less money than Company A, oops, wrong report. 1 second. Oh, here it is. In our reports, it says here that you, in fact, shot and killed John F. Kennedy.
And killed.
Now, how do you explain yourself to this? Did you kill John F. Kennedy? Are you a part of this assassination? Yes, I did do that. I killed him. He got on my nerves. So what happened was, one day, I told Lee Harvey. I said, Lee Harvey? He says, yeah. I said, well, I need you to do me a favor. I says, I need you to go up to the tire and hold a gun. And I'll stand right behind you, right behind the bush. I'll stand right behind the bush the whole time. Nobody saw me. And then I just pulled out my rifle, bang, shot him right in the back of the head. And I liked it. I liked every moment of it.
Oh God.
I have absolutely no remorse for what I did to John F. Kennedy. And I would do it again if I had the opportunity to kill him again. I would do it. You mean to tell me and the audience, viewers at home, that Lee Harvey Oswald, in fact, did not actually shoot Mr. Kennedy? And another thing, how could you do such a thing? How could you have, like, no remorse? And you say you would do it again if you had the chance. My question is, why? Why would you do such a hideous thing as far as assassinating a president? And why did you come forth and tell us, hey, I'm the one that killed John F. Kennedy? No, I don't have any remorse. I don't have any remorse for what I did. And the reason I came out here is
The
not
eyebrows.
clear. My opinion. But I'm getting sick and tired of people talking about, well, Lee Harvey Oswald did this. The CIA told him to do it. The CIA was involved in it. I just want all
Look at you wearing your mask. Good
CIA
boy.
absolutely
Right,
nothing
20
to
years
do
ago.
with it.
Mhm.
It was all me. I killed John F. Kennedy. Well, oops.
Whoops.
Yeah.
can't
I started
believe
the camera too quick.
Right.
You killed John F. Kennedy. That you're trying to tell us that the FBI, CIA, and Oswald had nothing
I
to
keep
do
calling
with
him
it?
different names. Oswald,
And you
Oswald,
expect us, the viewers,
Oswald.
and me, myself,
All is well.
tonight,
I think that's great that you've
that
done this for so long. It's been a passion.
Oh yeah.
And your voice, your
John,
voiceovers, and your ability to, do Armor Up perfectly, Dan perfectly. There's a couple others like Noble. I mean, you just about got him spot on. I mean,
But-
it's a talent, and it's neat to see that 20 years ago it was just your passion then too. And
Yeah.
by the way, you age well. I just want to tell you,
Huh?
you look similar to what you look like 20 years ago.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah, you got good genes or something.
Yeah, I think I get that from my grandpa's side.
Look how your eyes and the tiger's eyes are almost making the same expression.
I never noticed that before.
I know, and with the subliminals, with the backgrounds and stuff. Are you a Freemason? Are you?
No.
I know, just kidding.
No, we're not going to go there.
I'm playing with you, man.
I know.
I changed my
for no
background to fit your little theme here. You'll see.
reason other than you hated him, I find that kind of hard to believe. Yes, it's true. I killed JFK, John F. Kennedy, whatever you want to call him. I killed him. And you want to know why I killed him? I'll tell you why. The guy annoyed me. I mean, not, in the kind of way that if you make a certain sound or people click a pin, click, 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 and you go, you go out of your mind. I'm talking about the man annoyed me so much because he was the pretty boy, he was in all those magazines. He dated Marilyn Monroe. Well, I had a chance at Marilyn Monroe at one time, and John F. Kennedy took her away from me. And that's why I did it. So wait a minute. I find it kind of hard to believe
When you weren't even alive back then.
Marilyn Monroe. And so this whole
Right.
thing, basically, you killed them because you were jealous.
Question:
Perhaps jealous? Or
is that a prop behind the guy with the mask that you hung on the door to make it look like, yeah, because it's all smooth and clean and nice where you're reporting from, and then you've got this like montage, like a psycho photos of this is my kill list.
No, I didn't do that on purpose. That's actually my decor. That's how I
Personality disorder much? No, I'm just
no.
I'm kidding.
I wasn't scared. I killed him because I was jealous, just like you said, okay? I was jealous. Jealous? You killed John F. Kennedy because you were jealous? Because you thought that you had a chance at Marilyn Monroe? Like, we're to believe that? Come on, who do you think you're screwing with here? Listen, I came on this program to confess, not to receive cheap shots by you, Klondike. And why is it so hard for you to believe that I could have had Marilyn Monroe? Huh? You gonna answer me? Well, first of all, this way, please. First of all, I'm not sitting here giving you cheap shots. You brought this on yourself. You and this Marilyn Monroe story out of the blue. Come on. I didn't come here to get insulted. I came here to confess. You're being a complete beep hole. You're a beep hole. You know that? You are a beep hole. Oh, yeah? Well, I may be a beep hole, but you are full of beep. You expect us to believe that you had a chance of Marilyn Monroe? You're sitting there feeding us a bunch of beep, and I don't know what to do. If you're going to talk with me, look, this interview's over, okay? Interview over. Just let's stop the cameras and the hell with this whole thing. You can leave now. This interview. You ended this interview when you just called me a beep hole. Okay. You ended this interview. And by the way, you're the one that's a beep hole. You are. You're a beep hole. Okay? You're a beep hole.
What'd you record this with? What'd you use back then?
Just
You want a piece
8
of me,
millimeter.
Klondike? What the hell, Cotton?
Huh? Just an 8 millimeter camera.
8 millimeter camera, and then you transferred it over to digital.
Uh-huh.
Cool.
You're a beep hole. Okay? You're a beep hole. That's what I think of you. You want a piece of me, Klondike? What the hell kind of name is Klondike anyway? You got a vagina and a set of balls too at the same time? Is that what your name is, Klondike? Huh? You're right. This interview is over. Get that camera out of here. I'm done. All right. That's it. This interview is over. You want a piece of me? You want a piece of me, huh? You want a piece of me? You killed John F. Kennedy.
Hebrew when he lived in his grandma's
Hey, what the?
basement.
Anytime. It's go time. It's go. You want a piece of me? You want a piece of me, Klondike? Huh? Oh. Ah. Oh!
If his leg's facing the wrong direction, we'll call 911.
Oh! This has been investigative reports. What the? Dude, you've been in my classes. Quit! This is over. It's over, man. God! Ow! Damn it! Oh! Go to another skit. Oh! God, dude. Sorry, man.
All right, Hebrew, what did the people you lived with think?
Oh!
Huh?
What did they think of you?
Do what
I mean-
now?
The people that you lived with, when you would go into your room and all of a sudden all these multiple voices would come out. What did they think of you?
Well, I mean, this is in my apartment that I'm living in now.
Oh, so there
Mhm.
wasn't no evidence. Nobody heard. You didn't do this when you were a kid at home?
Well, I mean, when I was 17 years old, I first got my first camera, and I did a lot of the stop action movies, and I would close the door. And when I closed that door, nobody could really hear me doing all the voices and stuff inside my room.
You're in the same wait. You're in the same apartment you were now, you've been there for 20 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
I moved out of my apartment in Carbondale in 1999, and moved here at the turn in 2000.
Well, you have two homes though. You're
Oh, yeah.
maintaining two homes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, God! Dang it! My arm! I'm gonna kill you! Damn! Son of a beep! Damn it! You just wait! You just wait!
Crazy eyes.
And now, before I start this next skit, I do have a warning I got to put out there. This skit has to do with drugs, not heavy drugs, just weed. But at that time, weed
That
was
was- yeah.
controversial, because it was still illegal. So this is definitely a product of its time. this next skit. Okay. Are you guys ready? Do you need to go get a drink of water? Saji, what do you think of all this?
Yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying it. I don't want to encourage it too much, but I am enjoying it.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll just play this last skit and then we'll move on. What do you
Well,
think?
I'm ready for it. Let's do it.
All right, cool.
Punk ass shows up. Sick of waiting on this punk ass. Wonder what's in here. Beef flavored chow mein. Sounds pretty good. Hey, man! Must be his punk ass. Hold up, man. Let me open the door for y'all. Bitch. Yeah. Hey, man. I got the stuff. Hey, get in here, fool. Hey, you talking like that out loud. Don't you know there could be a cop around here somewhere? Sheesh. Hey, man. What are you
Again,
doing?
I don't do good at combing
It's only
wigs.
peanut butter. See? Man, I told you to bring the weed. What are you doing bringing peanut butter? And it's creamy, too. I hate creamy. Motherfucker. I thought you were supposed to bring the weed. You know, the weed. Hey, man, chill out. The weed's on its way. What do you mean it's on its way? You're the one that's supposed to bring it over. You ain't fronting on me, are you? Man, just relax. I ain't fronting you. The weed is on its way. Believe me, this guy will not let you down. Trust me, okay? Trust me, man. Just trust me. Who that? Hold up. I gotta see what this is. Hey, who is that? It's me, Andy. Andy? Who the hell Andy? Don't worry about it, man. That's the guy. That's the guy. All right, hold up. This guy better be legit. Your ass is going to be shot. Yeah, what you want? I got the goods, man. Let me in. All right. Wait a minute. Let me see it first. How do I know you ain't front? I'm telling you, man, this is some good stuff. Let me see it. I'll see if this mug is legit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about this. It smells legit. This better be it.
Oh my gosh, that's tiny. Oh my gosh, he's so paranoid. This is funny.
I'm gonna find out about this stuff. Oh, by the way, if it's funny, you're gonna get shot. Just
You
stay.
didn't even share that.
Hey, Mike, hey, I'm coming in. You don't think that guy's gonna stuff a mud hole in her ass, do you? And don't worry about him, man. He's always like that. He doesn't even have a gun. It'll be all right. But I sure hope so. He's sounding awful serious.
Oh God. That was perfect. Now this is, I will say this, that's a
This
cigarette,
is some good stuff.
people, just saying.
But
I guess
20
I
years
should-
ago,
Yeah.
Anything you did 20 years ago has been long thrown in the sea of forget.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
Okay, you got a deal.
when I do my skit shows like this, I don't actually
Just go get the money.
get high or get drunk or anything like that because I want to get all my stuff straight, you know.
Right. Keep
But
it
it looks good though, don't it?
You really like
I think you're hilarious.
Get this shit off.
But
Huh?
I don't want to egg you on too much. Like Saji said. What did he say? I don't want to. What did you say, Saji, before you played the second one?
I don't want to give him too much encouragement.
There
We'll be
you
here
go.
all night. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And pretty soon he's gonna be like Mandela Monday. What? Let's just play some more clips.
Oh, I gotta get
Yeah.
Right, Mandela Monday is going on right now, probably.
And I was kind of hoping you would turn the phones on to see how they work through StreamYard.
Oh, this is the end of the skit right here.
man. Okay, which one of you guys ratted me out?
That is an air pistol.
All right, you
Looks like a BB gun.
come on here. Come with me. I said, get over here. Get over here.
Oh, you're so convincing.
It's a water gun. It looks like.
Well, what it is, it's a blank pistol, actually.
Hey, Mike, answer the door.
Yeah, that is in the community guidelines now.
Open up.
Um,
Hey, man.
But-
Come.
Well, I did put this on.
but it looks like a water gun. It obviously looks like
Yeah.
a toy. It's not a
Right.
right.
Yeah. Let me in here. We got a call report of some kind of drug sale going on. No drug sale going on here, man. Do you mind if we come in and search the place?
For that one little thing, they'd never find it. It's gone.
Put your hands up. I got no drugs.
They got no drugs.
All right.
Better not be. Or you are so busted. Now, tell me the truth.
Oh.
Are there any drugs in this room? Wait a minute, you guys don't look like cops. What are you doing with masks on? I always wear a mask and sunglasses to protect my identity. Use your head. If I do, I was. If I was out on the streets and trying to make a drug bust, I'd be dead in a minute. Think, man. Think. All right, where's your friend at?
Dingy officer.
You think I'm stupid or something? I know you got a partner in here. Now where is he? Anyway, you said you didn't mind if I looked around? No, go ahead, man. There ain't no drugs in here nowhere. All right. But if I find one joint, just one, you are dead meat. Oh, shit. Huh? What? Who's that? What's there? Aha!
Yeah, Go Kart Bob says yes. Daniel is on now.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll get rid of this here in a minute.
Told me there wasn't any drugs in this place. Well, what do you call that? Oh, that's a cigarette. Are you sure?
He does all his acting with his eyebrows. Did you notice?
Let's
You.
find out.
Oh,
You're
well,
acting with your eyebrows. And
Right.
yes.
Anytime I wear that mask
That's a cigarette.
and glasses, I have to do the acting with the
I don't have
eyebrows.
to smoke it. I'll light it up. Like this. Wait a second. That's not going to work.
That's some good food.
Michael Fontaine. I'm watching both.
Cool.
I know. Damn it. Oh, where'd that cop go? Turns out he wasn't a cop after all. Just some guy stealing some weed. It's a shame. It's a damn shame, man. Man, I ought to shoot you right between the eyes. Ah! Bad sound effects, huh? I don't know. It wasn't too bad. What a great thing. Terrible. Somebody really needs to learn how to comb the wig. Yeah, want to go get a beer? What the hell? But we're going to make Andy pay for it, right? All right, let's go. This sketch is over. Hey, guys, what about me?
Okay, so what did you guys think about that? And as a whole,
I liked it. You're a natural drug dealer, man. Maybe you missed your calling.
oh well, I don't know if that's a compliment or not, man.
You're really convincing with the gun too, by the way.
Oh well, thank you. Yeah, I did years of practice on that one. But no.
But no, honestly, you make a much better nice guy than you do a bad guy,
Oh, okay. Well, wait.
and that is a compliment.
Are you saying that my bad guy is bad? My nice guys are good?
You're just more genuine as a nice guy. It's hard for me to buy you as a bad guy.
That was
Oh,
a pretty
okay.
funny one there, Hebrew.
Well,
It's funny. You're quite clever, my friend.
Is that a
hey,
word?
you guys match. Look at you. Except Michelle doesn't have the sunglasses on, but you know, she's
I tigered up when I saw you tigered up.
you tigered up. It's like you and Battle Cat could probably go hang out and drink a beer or something.
I was gonna leave and change my name to Saggy says, but I was like, nah, Hebrew may not see me out of here, and then Saggy won't be able to see me play the joke on him, and then the show will be over.
Andy Diva earlier. Hi, Hebrew from Eternia. Sagittarius speaking. Armor up at the chat. Armor up's in here? Can't stay. Just wanted to say hello. Let me scroll up here. I didn't see Armor because I was sharing that. I guess he wasn't in here. Never. He wasn't in here.
I think she thought maybe he was on the show because you were screen sharing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true. Michael Fontaine says at least he's not talking about dolls.
At least he's not talking about what?
Dolls.
Huh?
Dolls.
Playing with
Oh,
Barbie.
okay. Gotcha.
And Michael Fontaine said awake and activate, and yet he's wearing a mask. And Go-Kart Bob says funny stuff.
Nice.
So
And
you
that
know,
was 20 years ago.
20 years ago, that's right. You know what? I can't really tell if I know I weighed a lot less back then, but I can't really, I think I still have the same dark hair and a goatee and whatnot. I haven't changed that much, I don't think, have I?
You're just wiser than you were then. That's all.
Well, you know what? I would trade wiser for younger any day. Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier when I wrote my poem. I was thinking about, you know what? There's a lot of things that I would probably do differently, but there's a lot of things I wouldn't change. Like I wouldn't change who I met. I wouldn't change who I had kids with. I got my kids, and I'm proud of them. I love my kids. I would never change who they are. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But one thing though, I really wish I could go back with the knowledge that I have now. That's the only thing. But I definitely would I would trade youth for experience, or I would trade experience for youth any day, any day. I'm glad I have that experience, you know.
That's quite thoughtful.
What do you guys? How about you, Sad? What do you think?
Well, I mean, that girl that I met on spring break about 20 years ago, I probably would have wore a condom.
Oh man,
Do you have a 20-year-old boy or girl?
No, I'm just teasing. And then let me think. Let's see. No, yeah. I think that you've. It's funny when you go back and look at. Like, I mean, I went back recently and I was looking through, not that long ago, like less than a year ago, looking through old photos and stuff. Like in my mom's basement, our family photo album of pictures of me when I was about 20 years younger. Heck, sometimes as much as 30 or 40 years younger. So I found pictures like right when I graduated high school or whatever. But what I'm getting at is, yeah, you look back on that version of you and you realize, you know, like especially when it's camera footage like that, you when you're that age, you think you own the world. You think you got, you know, you're grabbing life by the horns and nothing can stop you, and you got so much intention behind your actions and so much, and hopefully a sense of purpose. And then, you know, you get to be about this age where we're at now, and you want to take time to reflect on like you know, things from that long ago. But you know, a lot of us still haven't quite established ourselves to the full degree, at least in my example, to the full degree that I want to establish myself. So I got to remember that you know, I got to keep on the grind just a little bit. But you know, part of me still wants to kind of just take a few moments to acknowledge and give myself some form of a pat on the back for the things that I have already accomplished. So I don't know. I know I'm kind of just doing a whole bunch of saying nothing really, to make a long story short, but it is weird how when life progresses, you do take time to look back. It gives you a chance to reflect on just how far you've really come. And that's really all I got to say about that.
You, that was well said, man. Before Michelle gets to her answer, I will go ahead and tell you guys, you know, I feel like, you know, you guys, like, I get a lot of shit from like making movies with dolls and action figures and whatnot have you. But I think that's been one of the key factors to keeping myself young, is I think that, you know, a lot of the toys and stuff, except for, of course, the Barbies, but I mean, like a lot of the toys and stuff that I use in my movies are from my childhood. So when I go out and I take those out and I do the stop motion stuff and, you know, stuff like that, it does really take me back to when I was a child. And I think that youthful exuberance that you have, like you experience it. And when I drag that stuff out, it really takes me back, and it really puts me into that frame of mind, to a childlike state, you know. And I really honestly think that if we all would just kind of take some time out and do things, go out in the yard and play, or, you know, maybe go out and, you know, kick a ball, or, you know, do you know, Michelle does her swimming and stuff like that. So that's awesome. And, you know, I think it's things like that keeps a person young, if not young is in the physical sense, but at least young at heart. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, you know what? To be quite honest with you, we all wake up every single day, right? The alarm clock goes off. You know, you open your eyes, you stretch your arms, and you get up out of bed. And what's one thing that we all have in common that we are about to start doing? We're all about to start manifesting our own reality. We're all in some way, shape, or form a co-creator. We're going to create our day.
Right.
Whether you can choose not to do anything, and you're going to create a lackluster day that's rather non-eventful, and, you know, most likely result in very little progress or anything worth noting, besides maybe boredom and depression.
Right.
But most of us are going to get up and we're going to manifest something. We're going to do something. We're going to get. I mean, even just the person that gets online and watches YouTube videos and comments and live streams all day, that person is manifesting that sort of day. A person who's going to get up and walk at the beach and work out and take in nature. They're creating that. That's what they're creating that day. They're manifesting, creating that day. Person who's making videos like what you may have spent your day doing. You're still manifesting something. You're still creating something. You're choosing what your day is going to consist of, and how and what are you going to create. I mean, we all have. I mean, you're taking it to a more literal sense when you're actually using your imagination and you're taking thoughts and trying to manifest them into a funny video or something like that, because it all literally still starts in your conscious awareness. It all starts in the fact that you have decided that this is what you're going to do today. And we all do that. We all manifest our own reality every day on a daily basis. And you can't do it any quicker than the amount of time that can transpire in a day. I mean, as much as you would like to rush it along, you can't. It's kind of like the flow of a current on the river. You're going to just be able to do it in the amount of time allotted. As the time progresses, you can bring it into fruition. But every day you're going to wake up and you're going to do it all over again, my friend. And you actually, I mean, at least the things that you're creating, you're documenting, and you have some sense of ownership and pride in your daily manifestations. And people can laugh and tease you all they want about, playing with dolls or this and that. But the truth be known, you've learned how to manifest a positive day. So don't let anybody ever take that away from you, my friend. That in itself is an incredible ability.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And you know what? You mentioned creation, and I don't mean to make this a godly type show or anything, but it all does kind of go to that. The Lord gave us the gift of creation. He wanted us to have that gift that He Himself, who had created the heavens and the earth, and us in a sense,
Yeah,
like
we're all creating every day, man. When you wake up, whether we choose to or not, we're creating our own reality every single day.
Well, even you talk about creation as in video form and whatnot, but you can also create a meal every time you get up and you decide to make a meal, unless you go to like McDonald's or whatever, or today like Taco Bell. But we're always, in my mind, we're always in the throes of creation. And I think that's a very important message to get out there, that we have the gift of creation. Like we were given that gift. And I think that that's a very positive thing. And I think that people somehow take that for granted and they forget it. Whether it's having a child or doing a piece of art, a work of art, or a collage, or, a video, and anything that we are exposed to, it's kind of like how I get ideas. Like I see something on TV and I'm like, yeah, that would be a good idea. What if I did sort of like a spin-off of that? Or what, there's a lot of people, whether you're doing a video or writing a book or, just, doing a blog or whatever the case may be. A painting.
If you're just sitting on your couch watching TV, you're creating that. You're creating yourself on the couch watching TV.
Right. But I don't know. Let's let Michelle take over from here. I'm sure she has a lot of feedback on what we're talking about.
Well, first thing that I want to say is the playing with dolls thing. Don't mistake humor. don't mistake humor or don't concern yourself with that kind of stuff. It's in humor. It's part of the ambiance of what you're doing. It's part of the flavor of it. It's not a dig at you. Okay, so I just want to make sure that.
Oh yeah, we know that coming from you, but there are people who do it not quite so disingenuously.
Well, and they're obviously watching, so they're getting something from it. So just you can only do from what's going on within you, just like what Sadie was talking about. You manifest what you're going to do for that day. And I look at the time periods that we go through. I look at it like if you put your life in decades, your first 10 years, it's almost like we live an entirely different life the second 10 years. And then when you get into the third 10 years, your 20s to 30s, it's a different type of life. And then when you hit from your 30s to your 40s, it's different. And then, you know what I'm saying is we grow so much with the wisdom, experience, things that we go through. And, I get it that, yeah, if we knew we weren't invincible at that time. But at the same time, I would have to say, since we thought we were invincible and that we could do anything and everything, it helped us to go forward and have the experiences that we gained, the wisdom and, understanding for that we have now. So I don't negate any part of our lives. I think every part is important. Every different piece has its part in making you who you are today. And I just found that it was really fascinating and interesting that 20 years ago that you were already doing this with an 8mm. I remember the VHS back 20 years ago with the tape in it and all that stuff for the VCR. But you were already into this type of filmmaking and of course life happens. You have children, you got to do things, you got to take care of them, and then you got to set things aside for a little while, but then it comes back around and you do then have time to invest back in. But now you've even got more skill as you've grown and developed. But I have to say, you don't look like it doesn't look like it's been 20 years since you made that footage.
Well,
let's put it that way. It just doesn't, you're maintaining your appearance well, and congrats on that. That means that you use laughter. You don't sit there and ball up in stress and internalize.
That's right.
You
Yes.
humor, and obviously you're good at conveying in conversation what is going on in you, so you're not bottling it up. So, touche to you. I have to say, kudos. And Saji, same thing. But I'm not going to give anything away about, his appearance. But, I've noticed that a lot of people who seem to be coming, even like in the Mandela community or the people that see changes and things like that going on around us, have this appearance of looking a lot younger than their actual age. When I look back at, my parents when they were my age, I was like, oh my gosh, they were so old, but they really weren't. Now that I look at it, now that I'm that age, I'm like, I don't feel any different than I did when I was in my 30s or my 20s. The inside is still the same. It's me. It's just me, wiser, having more experience, wisdom, and heart expansion. And, I just love everybody, which can be a good thing or a bad thing. You can get in trouble with that too, Hebrew, and you wear your heart on your sleeve. And Saji does too. It's just people, we put ourselves out there, but the benefits are, you look younger than your age. You're doing the passions that you had still when you were younger. Now, today, and I think that's great. I think that's just that's awesome. So, and as for manifesting your day to finish it up, I did just, I took some pictures when I went out to take my swim. And I have to say, the swimming pool came in instead of getting a back surgery. I was supposed to get a back surgery that was going to cost like out of pocket 3 times the amount of what the swimming pool cost. But we put in the swimming pool because my thought was many people can enjoy that. Whereas instead of, me hogging up all the money just to get this back surgery. And guess what? From using the swimming pool, I didn't need the back surgery. It's helped things out.
I have to cut you off. Hold on. Just let me interrupt 1 second here. They say that swimming is the best exercise.
Yes, because of if you, especially with the broken back and neck, the problems that I have, I can't do physical like jumping jacks and lift weights and aerobics and things like that. The water takes the weight off, but at the same time exercises every muscle, and so it actually brought strength back around the damaged area, and then it helps with the pain. So
I'll tell you another thing that helps with real quick is it helps with sleep. I noticed when I was doing quite a bit of swimming at my gym, which I can't do anymore, I would go home after a good workout session in the water, and I would be so tired. It really did help with sleep, and also, I'm sure in your pool, getting out in the sun and the sun's good for you. It gives you vitamin D.
But I can't fall asleep out there again.
Yeah. No, we don't want you to be awake and crispivate.
Awake and red faced.
Right.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
I was gonna say awake and detonate, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, oh my gosh, it was bad. But I want to tell you something that's really kind of funny, as we talk about, things that we learn and we grow into things. Over my period of life, for some reason, I'm able to get really good deals. They say I'm a good haggler.
Awesome.
My older brother, who's like, he can rebuild a car from scrap, right? If he wants to go buy a car, he wants me to go with him. He knows what to look for in the engine, right? And then he wants me to work on the price, because he has went with me and watched me roll out in a brand new vehicle, knocking off tens of thousands of dollars. And he's like, what? How did you do that? Same with buying houses. I did the same thing with the swimming pool, and I ended up getting it heated. I got a hot tub. I got all these extra things for less than half of what my cousin, who put in a pool at the same time as we did, we paid half. And she didn't even get all the amenities and everything that we did. We got waterfalls and spillways and all this awesome and top of the line equipment. Half the cost. And I got to design it. Anyways, so apparently I'm a good haggler. My son feels the same way. So I got my brother, my sister-in-law, and my husband won't buy a new car unless I go. He knows what he's looking for, but he wants me to get the price right. So I guess that's one of my skill set. I'm a good haggler. I can get a good deal for people. I'm sure they're still making money off us, but you know what I mean. No comment?
Oh, I thought I was muted. No, that's awesome. That's awesome that you're a good haggler. I'm a fairly good haggler too, but not to quite the same degree as what you're talking about. But usually I don't just walk out with whatever the official asking price is on a major purchase.
No, you walk out without it, and
Right.
they call you. You're in no hurry. Works every time. But then they were dead serious. They had bought vehicles before, and so they're driving around in this vehicle. I go in and I pay less for a newer vehicle than what they paid. And so then they started having me go in and get the price set up right for them. You could save people thousands and thousands of dollars. Like I said, they're still making money on it.
Oh, of course.
I got to tell you guys something. You're talking about haggling. Oh my gosh, my grandpa's like the king, or he was the king of haggling. Man, we've going. I remember when I got my first apartment that came before this one, back in '97, I think it was, and he got 2 lamps, 2 end tables, a bed, 2 dressers, like a dresser, and I don't know what the other thing's called with the mirror on it. But he got all of that. Their asking price was like $400, and we're talking about like '97 here. And this is used furniture, and he ended up getting it all for about $187. And he said, the guy said, no, we can't do it for that. And he, because he had like a refund check or something like that. And he said, yeah, this is all I have. This is my offer. And then he started to walk out the door. And as he was walking out the door, they said, we'll do it all for $200. And he said, $190, and you guys deliver. And by golly, that's exactly what they did. They delivered all my furniture. I had all that furniture for about $200.
I bet you it was all real wood too.
Oh, it was good. It was good stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was good stuff. It lasted a long time.
You can haggle. Any place where there's a salesperson involved, there's negotiation leeway there. So
oh yeah,
that's something I'll miss if we don't go back to some kind of normalcy here where we have human contact. Everything being done online, you can't.
No,
people aren't making commissions and things like that like they should.
But no, in cars, oh my gosh. You wouldn't believe, like he would go into a used car place or whatever, and they would be like, the salesman would be like, okay, listen, we've been here for about 5 or 6 hours now. Can we come to a deal? They would be the ones caving in before he would. So, and the long short end of it, yeah, he was a really good haggler, I tell you.
That's we call it haggling, but it really isn't like haggling. It's like, like I know what my brother could afford. I also know what the item is actually worth. So don't try to, hyperinflate on us. I call bullshit. No, we're not going to finance it. This is what we're going to do.
Yeah,
pre-financed. So you know what I mean? You go in prepared.
Oh gosh, Michelle. You should go with me to like a flea market, a swap meet or something. I do really good only when it comes to like action figures and comic books, and then anything like cars or anything like that, I'm not very good haggler at all. I'm just saying.
Well, the value of them though. So, so you could get a comic book and somebody that doesn't know the value, and they're just like, doing let's say it's like an estate sale or something, they don't know what they've got. And then you walk up and say, I'll give you 10 cents for this. And the actual comic book is worth like $200 to $500.
Now, I will say this real quick. I don't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
I was done.
But no, I will say this. I went to a flea market one time. This lady was selling these action figures, and they were like still in the box. And she was selling them at like really cheap prices. And I felt so bad. I actually gave her extra money for what they were asking for. But it wasn't like the going rate. you know how much the action figure costs, but I upped the price a little bit. I was like, you know, these are worth a lot more, right? And she was a little old lady. I felt sorry for her, so I went ahead and I gave her a little more.
You felt sorry for her, so you went ahead and threw her an extra $5. That was like pretty nice of you, bro.
Well,
That's
yeah,
pretty natural. You don't want to take advantage of people.
No, I don't like that. I don't like taking advantage.
But at the same time, she probably really didn't care. She just wanted to get rid of them. She wasn't worried
Right.
about trying to get top dollar. She just wanted a few bucks in her pocket and those things out of her way.
But I tell you what, man, you and I should go to a flea market together, man. I'll tell you what, I can get you some really cheap comic books and action figures if you want them.
Okay. Well, whenever I decide I want some cheap comic books and action figures, I'll give you a call.
I'll tell you what, I used to do business on eBay, and I would take an action figure. Let's say a guy was selling it to me for 50 cents. I'd turn around and sell it back on eBay for about $10, you know?
Oh, yeah.
You want to wrap it up, and then I want to share some photos with you guys, and then
Behind the scenes. All right. Well, that's cool.
I mean, how long?
Yeah.
we going?
Let me do a final shout out here, and we'll get our final thoughts. We got Michael Fontaine in the house, and I'll pause.
Michael Fontaine.
Michael.
Michael.
Fontaine. What?
Michael Fontaine. Michael Fontaine.
Michael Fontaine.
Michael
Michael.
Fontaine.
Hold on, let me do my female voice.
Michael Fontaine has left the building.
Who else did we have in here? We had Go Kart Rob. Oh, you done? You done, Michelle?
I was doing background music for you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm done. I know
Okay.
that over here, so I'm not worried about it. It's just us.
Well, there's 6 people watching, Michelle. It's not like we're dead in the water.
Yeah, but I have my husband watching you. I'm watching you, and my backup channel's watching you.
Teresa Lynch was here.
True that.
Lotar 900, which I know his name's not Lotar, but that's what I call him.
Well, no, I was
Beef.
serious. I was wanting to know if it's Lothar or Lotar. I don't want to say people's names.
I think it's Lotar, like Lotar cigarettes.
Okay, Lotar.
I know.
I think you're.
I don't. I think I'm pulling a. I think I'm pulling.
I
your
thought
leg.
it was Lothar.
Is it Lothar? Lothar. Lex
Lothar.
Lothar.
Yeah.
Lex Lothar. Lothar, what have you done now?
Yeah, like Lex Luthor. Lothar.
Right.
Lothar.
Sandy Diva popped in for a minute. Did I mention Go Kart Bob?
Well, you did now.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I did now. You know what? I want to thank all you guys for being here, because if it weren't for you, we wouldn't have a show. If it weren't for Michelle and Sadji, we definitely wouldn't have a show.
If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have a way to come on here and have a show.
If it wasn't for
That's
Hebrews channel, we wouldn't have a platform to come to you on. Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to say. And if it wasn't for all of Hero's action figure collection, we wouldn't have stuff flips to play.
That's right, man. Hey, we killed about 2 hours and 38 minutes. I wouldn't be surprised if an hour and 39 minutes of that was my clips.
Yeah, give or take a few. But I have truly enjoyed it nevertheless. And at least we didn't have to watch your MASH episode again.
Well, here we go. Let me get. No, I'm just
Oh
kidding.
my God. Look at you're doing. You're the one doing it. You're the provocateur.
Look, hey, why don't we just watch all of my videos and we'll be on here for about 8 hours? How about that?
No, I think you're sorely mistaken if you're thinking it would only take 8 hours.
Yeah, I think we did
Hey,
the math the other day. It would take like a whole month to watch all of your stuff.
And we
Well,
have
you know,
and eat, and I mean, it would take more than that, Saji, when you take those
Yeah.
things into consideration. It'd be
but
one
hey, I
heck
just
of a live stream.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was done.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But no, hey, I just want to mention that I think Michelle, if I'm not mistaken, you and Saji have a show tomorrow night.
Yes, it is a live call-in show. For
Awesome.
sure.
I'm gonna call in, but I'm gonna call in as one of my characters.
Oh boy.
Well, it is a free
Maybe
country, so you can call in as whoever you want.
That's right.
Maybe, just maybe I'll call in as Dan.
Who knows? Who knows who I'm going to be when I call in? But no, seriously, guys. I know you two do a wonderful show on Wednesdays, and it is a call-in show, and I do encourage everybody to call in and be a part of that. And I'm sorry, I teased it at the beginning, and I apologize. I didn't get to it. The call-ins.
That's all right. We know how you operate, Mr. Hebrew.
Yeah, you do that
Oh.
almost every week, so I think they're pretty used to it.
Yeah.
They're used to me, my antics by now. Yeah,
As soon as a
Well,
clip goes up, the phones go down.
that's right.
No, but we will do a live call-in show here in the near future because we've been intending to do one.
Yes. And you know what? What I think would be a good idea, and I don't know who brought this to my attention, but it would be a good idea if we're going to do a call-in show to put the number up right away as soon as we go live. Just put it up there.
Mm-hmm. I
The
agree.
correct number, mind you.
Yeah, don't put up your Armor Up's number and wonder why nobody's calling when I dialed it several times and I was like, huh, okay. All right, it's not going through. Could you imagine if Armor turned his phones on and got blasted with, and they're asking questions about some crazy stuff? He's like, what?
Oh, you know what would be funny if I put Dan's call line up right here?
No. Well, it wouldn't matter if he doesn't have his phone on, but he's live right now. We don't tread on each other when we're live. Oh, and I got Brian Stabley coming on Friday, I think at 12:30
Oh, cool.
time. So I think that'll be like 11:30. I'll give you guys the link when I get that all set up. And then Hebrew's going to be coming on as a guest, and I've got actually several people lined up to come as guests. Along with the regular stuff. So, yeah, and you just need to make up your mind, sir. So we can announce it here, and I can announce it over there.
Well, you know me, I always wait till the last minute for everything.
Well, you can't do that. We'll talk about it after you're done.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, Saji, do you have any final thoughts?
Nope, just want to thank everybody in chat for chatting and participating, and everybody for lurking and not participating, and you for letting me be on this wonderful platform, and Michelle for allowing me to come on her channel, and just want to thank everybody. I'm very thankful, and that's really all I got.
Cool. How about you, Michelle?
Yeah, thanks everybody for coming. Thank you, Hebrew, for this Taco Tuesday again. And it's always fun to sit and kick back with you guys. It's enjoyable and interesting, and I always get a good laugh out of it. And thank you guys all for joining in and stopping by too. Peace.
Oh yeah, if you missed last night's show, anybody in chat, or if you end up stumbling across this and you missed last night's show, you should definitely go back and check it out. We had some great laughs. Not last night, but Shifty Sunday. Yeah, if you missed Shifty Sunday, yeah, go back and check it out. We had Sandy, Diva, and Teresa on, and we had a whole lot of laughs. So
Yes, I caught some of that show.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. So that does it for Taco Tuesday. Everybody out there, have a good time and celebrate your tacos, and go and watch Dan's show. Scare Performance. It's called Mandela Monday, but it is on a Tuesday. So Mandela Tuesday then. Until next time.
Book of Daniel, correct?
Book of Daniel, yes.
Book of Daniel channel. Yes, not his Scarab yet, but on the Book of Daniel if you're not subscribed yet.
That's right. But from everybody here at the Hebrew Show, I just want to remind you guys, check us out next time on Taco Tuesday. Good night, everybody.